Day 3. Today's a Wednesday, I think. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. We'll find out when I have to climb. And I'm back in the same spot. I know there's been Ibex in here the last couple days. And I've learned enough about this spot that I at least would know where to start without having to get too deep into thinking about it. So I'm going to start here. If I find what I'm looking for, then I guess I'll be right back on the same trail as yesterday. If not, I'm not going to spend too much time here. Or at least that's the plan. I'm going to move on and find some different areas. So the sooner I find different areas, the sooner I'll have some backup plans and whatnot. So we'll get on with it. I spotted some Ibex way up on this bluff. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty far up there. And they're spread all over the thing. There's a way I think I can go to get a chance at them. Be a pretty long hike. I know there's at least one mature billy in there. I don't know how good he is. I only saw him for a second. I got a little excited, tried to get phone scope, and when I did, I bumped the scope. And now I haven't found him since, but it's a few minutes till 8 o'clock. I've been watching him for a good half hour or so now. They're still on the move, so, and like I said, I don't know where that billy went, but I'm gonna keep scanning for now, and then if I'm sure there's a good mature billy in there and I can find him again, then I'll start hiking at some point here in the heat. So I'm excited. I found Ibex in a different spot. I haven't had people around me yet, which is cool. Nothing against people. I'm out hunting. I want to be in nature, not in people. But at any rate, we'll see what happens with these Ibex, and I'll try and let you know. The spot they're in is way up on this bluff up here. I know it doesn't look like much in the camera, but it's a big, big, big rockfish. So alright, I spotted them. They came off the cliffs. There is a good mature billy in there. Best I can tell, I mean, I'm over 1.5 miles away, but the best I can tell, he's big enough I'd shoot him. He looks like he's got a lot of curve to him, but he doesn't come a long ways back. So he's not a giant, but he is a good mature billy, and that's all I'm looking for. So I'm gonna there's no good way up there. It's a long ways up. I can either go a long ways around or climb pretty steep and go pretty close to right at him. Problem with that route is there's a good chance they're going to be able to see me. I'm just going to give it a shot. There's so much time and energy to lose by the time I get up to these guys. I came a little closer and rechecked before I get out of sight and start climbing up the mountain. And there's one decent way to get up there, and if I go that way, they'll be staring at me the whole time. That'll never work. So I'm going to have to take the harder way and kind of stay behind them in a way. I have no idea if this is going to work. It hits some pretty rugged country up there when it gets up there. I don't know, but I'm just going to go for it. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm about to go tearing up the mountain here. I don't think those Ibex are going to go too far from where they are now, but I hope they don't, because it's a long ways up there. Steep more than anything, so here we go. Heavy breathing. No, I'm not a gangster. I'm using my hat for the proper purpose. I should have brought a boonie hat. I still got a long ways to go. It's getting windier. I'm about to climb another steep peak here. I got less than 600 yards or so to go, if I marked it right. I just dropped my aluminum trekking pole on the rocks, so that was nice and loud. I had chosen a bad route. My waypoint was way off. I'm probably 700 yards from him now, but on the opposite side of a cliff face, so I gotta scurry. took a shot. I couldn't get the camera on anything where I could steady it, and they all started scurrying up the rocks. And I didn't have time to fidget and all that. I had already spooked them. I had him standing very strongly, quartering away. And he was right on the edge of a rock face. I don't know what the results are. And I'm not sure that I didn't jerk the trigger a little bit. I didn't have much time and I got a little nervous. So I know right where it should be. I'm gonna head up there and check. I couldn't find that Billy, the big Billy. And another Billy finally popped out and I was like, oh, there he is. And then it wasn't him. I had problems with my camera focusing. I'm standing, my legs getting really tired right now because of the way I'm standing. This stuff is so hard. I really wanted this on camera, but without a tripod, because my tripod mount broke. That was stupid. And then I couldn't get it finagled into the rocks, and I thought I had it running anyway, and it turns out I didn't. But I didn't want to waste this stalk. And I may have anyway. We'll see. I gotta find a way out of here. Feels really late, but I don't think it is. My pack's down below me quite a ways. So I try and find a place to wedge my gun and camera, and I'll go down and grab my pack and come back up. Hey, at least I finally got a shot. Looks like it was about 232 yards. I had my scope set at 200. I did not aim small. Unless you consider the fact that these creatures are small. That looks like about 500 yards, but I've checked it. I checked it when I first spotted them up there. I got busted down below. There was one hanging out by itself, and I heard its weird little honking noise, and I couldn't see it. I didn't see that thing until it ran, and I only saw it for a split second. But I never saw anything bailing up into the rocks or anything, so I decided to just keep pushing up until I could see. And when I came up into this little cut, I had a 200-yard shot, but they were already getting antsy. I had to move, so I couldn't see that Billy. Anyway, they were up there somewhere. Alright, I gotta put this down so I don't fall. Steep country. Still got 200 steep yards to climb just to check and see if I even hit him. I mean, shot broke. By the time my gun leveled back out, he was gone. So because he was right on the edge of going around a bend, so Alright. I am smoked. Went down, got my pack, headed back up here. Just that little bit's a beast. I should only have a couple 100 yards to go, but that couple 100 yards is steep. I don't know what I said earlier, but I feel like I kind of rushed the shot. Not like an all-out jump and shoot kind of thing, but I wish I felt more confident in the shot, but I'm gonna catch my breath, head up there as far as I can until I have to catch my breath again and look for blood or an Ibex. He was standing right around the corner. Most of the Ibex had already started running off over the rocks. He popped up. He stopped. I had a brief moment to see him and a brief moment to line up my crosshairs. And I just don't know. I mean, 200 yards I can hit all day long. 230 something uphill. I mean, it shouldn't have made that much of a difference. So, but if I flinched or something, you work so hard to get up here. And so I was fatigued. You know, I was standing on some uneven ground, pretty good slope behind me facing uphill. So then I see him and he's about to go out of sight and he stops long enough for me to shoot, you know. It was then or never. If I dropped him up there, it'll be one of those, boy, I'm sure glad I took that shot. And if I missed him, it'll be like, come on, man, why'd you take that shot? But hindsight's 20/20. So, all right, I'm gonna start climbing before it gets too late here. That's the cliff they came down off of this morning. He was standing on this little ledge right here, about to go that way around the corner. So, I got blood. Oh, look at all that blood. Did he go up? Oh man. I hope he came back down. He's bleeding good. He went up like that. But I think he turned. I see something up ahead that might be blood. There's all this blood on here. Okay, that blood went up the rocks there like he was trying to climb. And then I started looking around, and about 10 or 15 yards up ahead, I see bright red blood back down, headed towards the saddle. So as much blood as I see, I don't think he made it, but they're tough creatures, so we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's him right there. That was blood. Yeah, I hit him good. Wow. Okay. I can see him. I don't even know how big he is. I've never even been close to an Ibex. He went up there. He must have stumbled and fell all the way back down. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if this is a little bitty Billy. I think he's actually kind of small. He's a lot bigger than the other one that was with him, but I am thrilled. Some people freak out over how it's got to be the biggest billy on the mountain. And it's more about the hunt to me. And so I saw what I think is a mature billy, and I went for it. And I'm thrilled. I'm very excited. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna make this work. Oh shoot. Alright. See you in a bit. He's not a big old Ibex, but man, this is some big country. He's mature. I'm thrilled. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it and stuff. I wish I'd have got it on camera. I'm so sorry. But I got it done. This could be the only Ibex I ever shoot in my life. I know it'll be the only time I ever draw this tag, so it pretty much leaves archery because I'm not a muzzleloader hunter. But now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get him off this mountain. I got a lot of work to do. I'm not sure how this is all gonna work out yet. I need to get started. Thanks for watching. I've been down here struggling, trying to get some pictures, and wow. Sorry, it's incredible country. Anyway, we got him. Man, he's just cool, and I'm thrilled. So I'm up here by myself. Jake said he was able to leave work a little early. He's gonna go get ice and possibly help me shuttle. I don't know, maybe if I can make it down to the ridge line that I want to go down. Maybe he'll be able to meet me there, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm just thankful for good friends like Jake. And I thank God that I had the opportunity to do this. And these are the coolest creatures ever. They're super cool. the way they live their lives is just unreal. Turns out I made a pretty fatal shot. I mean, he was just gushing blood. I can't even stand here. I'm falling just trying to stand here. He was gushing blood. Shot him with a 270 with Nosler 140 grain ballistic tips. He was about 230, I can't remember what I said, 238 maybe. Uphill, I shot him for 200. Evidently that was right. And I couldn't see him because he's around the corner from where I shot, but he tried to climb the rocks. I think I showed that. Then he couldn't do that, so he bailed back down, and then he went up towards his saddle, and you could tell he just lost it. Just way too much blood loss. And slid down quite a ways before he stopped. I say quite a ways, I mean he probably slid down 10-15 yards, but I'm thrilled that I made a lethal shot, good lethal shot. I'm thrilled that I got my once in a lifetime Ibex. For some, this may be like look for the biggest Ibex in the world. For me, it was look for a mature Ibex. Just the sheer idea of the country that they were in and stuff. The fact that I was hunting by myself. While I was stalking out on this guy, a good friend of mine, Corey, he must have gotten done with deer hunts because he was asking if I needed help spotting. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Jake. Alright, I got a lot of work to do. I need to quit fiddling around with cameras and stuff and just get with it. Thanks for watching. Okay, I got everything broken down. Now I just gotta start packing it out of here with my gun and everything else. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Got the XO loaded down. It's getting cold out here, so I want to get down to the main ridge line out of here, drop this load and get back up here as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna get moving here. Gonna leave my rifle, the loose meat, and I'm actually probably gonna leave this camera. See you in a bit. Jake is right about there, headed my way. Thank you, Jacob. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Had a bowl of cereal. Good treat. And I'm in a big muffin. The worst part is I've got food in my bag. I gotta get to Jake, try to make it back up. Oh, I see him down there. Try to make it back up before it gets too dark. And it's getting colder up here on the mountain. Desert temps can go from pretty warm to pretty cool to cold in a pretty quick fashion when the sun goes down. I'm sure you can see up behind me these stinking goats. I say that stinking like a term of endearment. They are something.
Well, what's up, John?
There's joy in the pain.
A little ways up here, huh?
It hurts so good. Yeah. These creatures are crazy.
Let's see, have a look. That is stinking awesome. Awesome.
This knucklehead. And hunting tinnies. How do you feel about the hunting tinnies up here, Jake?
Horrible idea. I stopped and pulled mesquite thorns out of my shoes probably 4 times on the way up here. Horrible idea.
Better your shoes than your underwear.
Very true.
They came off that cliff face this morning. Pretty stinking cool. That light down there is Jacob Sanders. I'm going to Jake's light. Only a true friend would bring you Dr. Pepper up the mountain. My words of advice for anybody wanting to do this hunt is show up in shape. I mean, if you ever want to do it, prepare for it now, even if you don't think you'll get it for a few years or whatever. I think I took a bad route. But anyway, get in shape. You might be able to show up and get lucky or whatever, but these 3 days, of all the time I've spent in rough mountains, these 3 days were some of the hardest. And this was DIY. I actually never seen an Ibex in the wild until the day before this hunt. So as far as being able to just get out and do it, you can bring a spotting scope, a set of binoculars. So do it, because it's a thrill everybody ought to do once in their life. But for Pete's sake, show up in shape. Oh, you probably can't see anything, but I see the side by side. All right, made it back to the Ranger. Thank you, Jake, my backcountry Sherpa.
That is a no joke mountain.
No joke. I'm tired. There's stuff that's beat up on the camera now. All right. What? Oh, were you coming to grab the
I
camera?
was gonna come get the camera.
Sorry.
So you could talk.
What do you think?
That was a hike.
Yeah.
That was a no joke hike.
Yeah.
All I can say is if you want to go and kill one of these animals, be in good shape to do it.
Yeah.
Mountains are no joke.
Yeah. And if you're not in bad shape before you start, you will be afterwards. At least that's how it feels right now. I was looking back at what I climbed this morning and thinking I wouldn't do that, but I did. I don't know. Some sleep puts a new shine on things, but anyway, there it is. Bye.